Through her words and experiences, she inspires and empowers others to discover their inner strength and embrace the beauty of self-discovery and healing. Here to tell us more about her latest works is author Morgan Richard Olivier. Morgan, thank you so much for joining me here on Live in the Bay.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I want to talk all about these incredible collections of poetry that you have released. But first, how did you first get started writing poetry?
Well, when I first started, it was a season of my life where I felt like I was very well put together, but emotionally, spiritually, personally, I felt like a lot of things in my life were falling apart. And the best way to get it out was to write it, even if no one heard it or understood it at the time.
And so you decided to, after writing a collection, put it into your first book. Tell me about that process.
Oh, well, that first book, I always tell people it started in my notes app. But it was a time in my life, again, where there was a lot of spiritual growth. I got into a new church, I was in therapy, and I felt that it was important because during that time, I looked for books where people were saying something similar, and I couldn't find it. So that's really where God put it on my heart to where I needed to write that book so I could be that person for someone else.
And what was the title of the first one?
Questions, Christ, and the Quarter-Life Crisis.
And you did that, released that in 2020, correct?
Yes.
What was the process of getting that all put into a book and getting your first book released?
Well, the first one is always the most, I think, nerve-wracking because that is the most vulnerable part of yourself, especially when it's a testimony. But I can honestly say that going through the process and publishing it definitely liberated me in a lot of ways. It brought a confidence and clarity for what my purpose really was.
What is the overall message that people are taking from behind the pages of all your different works?
That they're not alone. You know, we're all a work in progress, and I feel that, this world has so many outlets for advice and beauty, but so often we forget to be safe spaces for people to be vulnerable and for us to offer empathy. So I let the pages in my books be safe spaces.
What was the reaction that you had after releasing that first one?
Oh, it was positive. A lot of the pages went viral, and it was during COVID. So that really showed me, just keep putting it out there. So.
And people really needed to hear these messages.
Yes.
So you are on to your fifth book, I believe you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So another one that was a big hit was The Tears That Taught Me. Tell me a little bit about what's behind those pages.
So The Tears That Taught Me was definitely the book that changed my life. But it, again, teaches you a lot about embracing those life lessons. It talks about detachment and faith and understanding too. So often we pray for God to reveal hindrances or toxicity within us or around our lives. And it gives people that, again, that confirmation of I'm not the only person learning this, but also gives them peace to let go and move forward with the wisdom they've acquired.
When you first found out that the book was going viral, how did you feel in that moment?
Well, it felt great, that it was resonating with people. Because, again, when you do things out of purpose, it's to help that person heal or to help them grow. So, of course, we all look at vanity points, but from a purpose aspect, I knew it was going to help people either A, seek God, or A and B, seek therapy, which is really what a lot of us need.
And one of your latest books, The Strength That Stays, is something that I know you're also just very proud of. Tell me about The Strength That Stays.
So The Strength That Stays really focusing on the lessons that everything leaves behind, and really takes it a step further from The Tears That Taught Me, because, of course, with lessons, we can have offense, we can have anger, but in actuality, we should have a lot of gratitude because yes, we may go through things, maybe they're self-inflicted or from other people, but if you overcome it and you learn and you grow and you heal, you have to focus on that strength, not everything that led to it.
Yeah, I think what you've mentioned is vulnerability is a huge part of being able to let yourself go there to then be able to experience the healing. So what do you want people to take away from your books? If they, if they haven't read one, what do you hope that a new reader will take away with them?
There is beauty in sincere progress, and the most powerful thing you can do is give yourself permission to heal and address yourself, be honest with yourself, and that will change your life.
What's one of the things that you're most proud of from your collection of 5 books? That's a lot of poems, that's a lot of lessons. What is something that you're most proud of out of everything that's in those pages?
I'm actually most proud of the fact that each book leaves a reader with something of importance, something of value. And I think as all authors, of course, we want to grow. I think it's beautiful that reading can help that person see how much they have grown.
What's a message that you can leave our audience? I think it's so interesting that you said professionally you were all buttoned up and you were in a good spot, but spiritually you felt like you were lacking. So I know that there's a lot of people who are on the spectrum professionally. Maybe they are buttoned up, but maybe they have a lot more to do and grow in that area. But what message do you want to leave with everyone that they can take away today?
That you have to make God the center of your life. And there is no tangible thing, no opportunity, no title that can fill an intangible void. So focus on yourself, be honest with yourself. And when you learn to do those things and walk in order, what you align with and the peace that you'll have is immeasurable.
Yeah, well, congratulations. I know that your pages are resonating with so many people clearly, and I just want to congratulate you and wish you continued success.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for joining us here.